are talking about greatest common factor today. Okay, most of this is going to be reviewed, but if we talk about prime factorization of 98, this kind of goes back to that factor tree that we might have done before. So Brian, and what do we call, what two numbers go into 98?
1 and 98.
The other one.
49.
Huh?
49.
And
49.
49 times 49 is not 98. 2. Very good. All right. And 2 is a prime number, so we're going to circle this. Is 49 a prime number? No. What two numbers multiply 7? And both of those are prime numbers, so we'll circle those. And so when I write the prime factorization of this, I'm going to say this is a product of the prime numbers. And so we will rewrite this as 2 times 7 squared. Okay? That's the answer. All right, so write the prime factorization of each of these. Okay, let's start me off on 40. Fine. All right, 2's prime. So 20, what two numbers? 10 and 2. 2's prime. What two numbers? 5 and 2. Both are prime. So we write this out, we have 2 to the third power times 5. Yeah, you'll still get 2 2s out of the 4 and the 5. Okay? It'll still work itself out the right way. All right, 33, we have 3 and 11. I can't go any further than that because both of these are prime numbers. So the product of the primes is right here. Times 11. Fairly easy. So we'll skip this and go to greatest common factor. Okay? So at this point, we want to know what the largest factor is of 60 and 100. So kind of the long way to do this is to list out the factors of each. All right? So I want you to list out the factors for each. Let's list the factors. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we get to 10, and we start working backwards. So 6 times 10, 60. 5 times what? 4 times what? 3 times what? 2 times 30, and 1 times 60. Right. Most of the time, once you capture the ones here, then you can start plugging in and see what they multiply to. Right. Well, every number that's a factor. Right. You see, we didn't put a 7 in here. 7 is not a factor of 60. All right. So 100 is 1, 2, 5, 4. Sorry, you're right. 4, 5, 10. Now, 10 times 10 is 100, so let's go backwards now. 5 times what? 4 times what? 25. 2 times 50. 1 times 100. All right, so what's the largest factor? No, 20. All right, so 20 is the greatest common factor. 100 isn't a factor of 60. Common, it's both of them. Right. So the largest one they have in common is 20. All right. Find the GCF of 26 and 52. All right, so let's list 26. 1, 13, and 26. 52, we have 1, 2, 4. Alright, so 13. 4 times 13 is 52. 2 times 26 is 52. 1 times 52 is 52. So, what's my greatest common factor here? 26. Alright, good. Alright, so now, do it in your head. What's the largest number that goes into 12 and 16? 4. You were going to say like 6 or something once you find out. 12. Alright. 15 and 25. 5. Alright, good. So, let's introduce some variables now. Now, this really isn't that hard. Okay? Let's first talk about, let's just kind of do this the long way at first. So 15x to the third, if I was to list the factors out of this, I would have 1, 3, 5, 15, x, x, and x. Those are my factors. Okay? And then if I did 9x squared, well, we would have 1, 3, 9, x, and x. Alright? So, from the numbers, the largest number that they both have in common is 3. Alright? So we have a 3 here. Now, I have an x, I have a pair of x's here, and I have a pair of x's here. I have nothing else to match this up to, so my common factors are 3xx, which is 3x squared. That's the greatest common factor between 9x squared and 15x squared. Now, here's the easy way to do this. Find the greatest common factor between the numbers themselves, 15 and 9, which is 3. And if it is the same variable, pick the one with the lowest exponent. That will be your variable common factor. Okay? So let's look here. If I have 8x squared and 7y to the third, what's the largest number that goes into 8 and 7? Wait. Huh? What? I was hoping I was going to take long enough to have to say it again and see what's good about this. I always love these answers. Alright, so, and then we have x squared and y to the third. So what's my common factor there? None. So therefore, that's your answer. 1. Okay? You'll always have an answer. Okay? But because they are not the same variables, I cannot take a common factor out from them. Now look at this. Wait. Everybody. Good. 18 and 27. What's the largest number? Alright. They must be learning. Okay. G squared and g to the third? G squared. Done. That's the greatest common factor. You have to get pretty decent with this because next, the next lesson we do, you're factoring out the greatest common factor for both of them. And you're seeing what you have left. Alright, but for time being, we're just factoring with this. So, what do we have here? One. Alright. I think we're done here. Yes, we're done.